Okay, it says clobasm and
Can you
being
hear
an
me clearly?
alcoholic. Huh?
Clobasm and being
Don't
an alcoholic? Is that what you said?
don't drink.
Yeah, clobasm and being an alcoholic. I've been drinking alcohol since I was 7 with my now estranged father and have been addicted ever since. I typically drink 10 to 12 standards a day. I've had epilepsy now for 12 years. I'm 22. I told my doctor that I told my doctor this, and he is highly aware of my addiction and how much I drink. However, he still prescribed me 20 milligrams a day and is upping it to 40 milligrams a day. I'm currently on 30 milligrams and really unsure what to do, I'm not sure how to feel, etc. I really like some insights from others. Alcohol is inevitably hitting me harder now. Initially, it helped me with withdrawals, but now I'm royally addicted to clobasm as well as alcohol. I'm frustrated with my doctor and myself. I don't know what to do. My addiction is taking
I think
over.
you should call and see if you can get into a rehab.
Check in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The
yeah,
alcohol is going to kill you.
yeah, 100%.
it's
Exactly.
gonna it's gonna make all your medicines worse.
Yeah, 100%. There's
Yeah.
no room for alcohol with epilepsy either. It's one of the
Any.
leading
It
causes to
just isn't.
to seizures. And
Smoke joints
Yeah.
instead.
Exactly.
It,
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
I
And just
would
for that,
say
But
for
since
me,
7 years old, to tell an
7 years
like an
alcoholic that
old,
you've
angry
that's
literally been drinking for that
orchard
long,
mm,
that's
and
already like wreaked havoc on every system.
yeah.
oh, that's
yeah,
I
To
serious.
tell
mean,
somebody
you have
that
to,
has been drinking that long that they have to stop drinking entirely, that's an impatient thing for sure.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. You're
But
going to
yeah,
have to get help. That's not
Yeah,
going to be
there's
something you
no
can
other way
do.
around
the
that of
yeah.
beautiful
doing that
thing
by
is
yourself.
Any help?
you
Right.
clearly have the
Um,
self-awareness though as well, because I
Well, that's
mean,
good
you
that they
made that
do.
post. Yeah, they made the
Exactly.
post. They know you have an issue.
Right.
And the
an angry
and now
orchard
is
once
getting help.
every couple months maybe will be okay, but I don't even drink anymore now.
No.
I haven't drunk anything
Why
in a
risk
couple
it?
years.
Why?
Yeah,
There's just
yeah,
no
no
Like one of the
sense.
reason
number one things my epileptologist said, and I was like, oh, lucky you. I was always the designated driver in high school and all the way through because I never liked the way alcohol made me feel. So
There you
to. Yeah,
go.
My
don't have
cousin
anything to
was
give
the
up.
one
We're
that
good.
never liked alcohol,
I would have some
but
drinks every now and then. Just a couple months ago and stuff like that. I would go trivia and have some drinks
Where
and
you hit your head
when where I hit my head. But the funny thing is, I didn't drink anything when I hit
that
my
night.
when I had that seizure that
That
night.
night.
That night. That
But
night.
you were
Dan
already
Tuna, don't
Anything.
feel bad.
misbehaving
I hit
and
my
you
head
know
on
it.
I
toilets
know.
and I don't
You
know
can't
what.
escape Sailor Mom. She already saw right through it.
I
Sorry.
I
No, I
I've
know.
been
You
through
use your
your
mommy voice and
bruises.
everything.
I have too much respect for moms to not listen to them. I'll listen to any mom who's willing to give me advice.
Well, we just want you to be better.
Yeah,
Right?
you're
Okay?
not
Yeah,
grounded.
I'm just glad you're
Okay.
taking your pills, man.
just
Hey,
stay on your
you love the
medicine
I
fact that I
and
thought you were
wasn't
like
taking my pills
Superman, man. You were
before.
taking no pills. You're living alone. I
I
was like,
didn't
this dude's got
know.
it.
I was like, yeah, I wasn't taking pills, but at the same time, I needed
have someone
Xanax or
check up
something
on
because I
you.
was having the fucking panic attacks. I
Yeah,
have
Like
man.
my mom just came in my room to give me a goodnight kiss, you know?
I wish I could live with my parents. I would tell you guys. I wish I have an autistic neighbor named
But
Jonathan, and he lives alone. He's 28 years old, and he's a semi-functioning autistic. But his dad comes to help him. He doesn't have a job or anything. I get a text from him every single day asking to hang out because that's all he wants to do.
Okay.
But he tells me, he's like, if you have a seizure, just tell me. I'll come take care of you. I'll bring you protein bars and I'll bring you ice. And I told him I had a seizure, and I think he got a little upset that I didn't tell or ask him for help after, because
Wow.
but I like wasn't he
It is
wasn't
about
available to
okay.
give him help,
Maybe
but like
5, 10
I
minutes.
could definitely tell it
Okay.
made him sad. But he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Maybe I'll
yeah,
introduce you
I
to him someday.
haven't drank in a few years though.
Um,
Yeah.
Any
it's not worth it.
alcohol.
Don't.
Good.
My
Yeah, there's no need.
my dear deceased aunt managed to drink herself to death, and she wasn't even an alcoholic. So she just killed her liver.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Since I found
But
out my liver disease, I haven't drank anything.
well,
Oh,
good, because
yeah.
you've
Good
got
on
two
you.
reasons not to. You've got the
Yeah, you
epilepsy
do.
and the liver. What in the heck are you doing?
Well, no, I thought you were gonna say your children. I mean,
That's
that
what I
as
that
thought
well.
too. That
Like,
too. Those are your
the
reasons to just survive.
yeah,
The other two things,
Yeah.
you don't drink alcohol because you have problems that
No,
don't work with
make
alcohol.
it worse. Let's
I,
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would drink socially,
Mm.
and I'm not one of those
Mhm.
like rowdy social, but I would drink like one beer here, and
Mhm.
it would last me a couple hours. But
I
no,
was the same way.
God, if I drank one beer, I'd be drunk all night into tomorrow. Seriously, I was never good at it.
Well, on my
and,
doctor's note from this last
and I
seizure, it
think the
said I
last
have high
beer I
blood
ever drank
pressure,
was an
hypertension.
Angry Orchard apple cider.
Great drink quality.
Well,
Just
either
not
way,
even
it's not worth
heavy.
it.
Yeah.
Like
No,
my wife
my
used to
paper
drink
said hypertension, and I
IPs.
said I'm done drinking.
I'm good. I quit drinking. I haven't drank since Easter.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
No tobacco since 3 days ago. So
All right.
He's on the. Let's go. He's about to be
I
Uh,
never
Superman.
smoked any type of nicotine.
Good.
no type of nicotine.
It's tough.
I
I
was
just got vape
nicotine
pens.
for
Gotta do
4
it.
years.
Until they can inject it directly into your brain, do not ingest nicotine.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's a
know.
great nootropic. It's great for your brain, but it's terrible for your body.
Yeah.
And every way you ingest it is unhealthy.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
fan's
I
not
got something.
bugging anyone, is it?
No.
What? No.
No.
My
I got
fan?
something
Yep,
that
go.
says, do your meds make your alcohol tolerance higher? Happy New Year's, everyone. Just
Nope.
curious if anyone's tolerance to alcohol is higher while on meds. It seems like every time I drink 6 shots and 2 beers, I never get drunk or feel
No,
buzzed.
they lower your threshold.
No, that's
Yeah,
called
man, what?
alcoholism.
Yeah, that is
That
called
just means you're not a
you
lightweight
have
They're
anymore.
thinking of it
developed a
in reverse.
tolerance.
He
They're
said, I'm
trying to
not sure if
override
it's
their own
because I'm
seizure
Irish.
medication.
Trying
Because
to
they're
override
Irish?
her.
Oh, come on.
No.
No, I have
No.
2 ciders, like 5% ciders, and I'm good for the night for sure.
No.
They
No, that
lower your
post is a joke.
threshold so much. Alcohol lowers it so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nicotine and alcohol are the 2 leading causes for seizures.
I got another one. It says alcohol and seizures. Today I had 2 seizures at my house and didn't go into work. But I had shots of hard liquor last night, but I've also drank beers nights prior and never had issues following the next day. Does anyone have issues with hard alcohol?
Don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Who
don't
are
drink
your
alcohol.
None of it.
epilepologists or neurologists? People?
Just
None of
because
it.
you don't
I mean,
have
Sorry.
a
they're
seizure
neurologists.
brain doesn't mean it's not hurting you.
Yeah, no, don't listen.
No,
Neurologists
That's
this is
like
don't
not
one
the
of the
tell
kind of
you
first.
thing
anything.
to
Mom would
experiment with. You don't switch up like beers for whiskey. You just don't experiment.
Don't play with alcohol at all. Don't have a glass of
Exactly.
wine. Don't have a beer, and certainly don't drink any liquor. For heaven's sake, are you trying to die?
I mean, just like
That's what I'm picturing, like somebody shoving a fork into an outlet or something. Like,
Yeah,
a
right? Like,
blanket no. If
isn't
you're
this the number one thing they tell you when you first get it? Like, don't do the alcohol. And I'm like,
No,
ah, lucky for you, I don't.
Right.
But, you know,
no, they don't tell you anything. At least not
but
in my
if you are
experience.
they
changing
didn't tell
anything
anything.
in
Oh,
terms of your
well,
oh
I'm
my
brain,
sorry. That was
gosh.
the
it's
very first
not.
thing they said. They said, don't drink alcohol. And I
be
was like, oh, you're so
responsible.
lucky.
No,
I smoke
my
pot,
doctor
sweetie.
never told me not drink
Be
alcohol. Not
responsible with what
once.
you do.
That's insane.
Yeah,
How
I
can they
wasn't told
not tell
anything
you
by
like the
4
top?
neurologists in a row.
Yeah,
And
never
when
told
you
me.
got
Never
something
told me
like
what not to do.
epilepsy, you gotta be extra responsible.
You do.
They didn't
Wow.
tell me anything. Just when I got epilepsy, they thought it was from being in web design class. I had a seizure.
Right, that's
one,
right. You said web
one
design.
session I had a seizure, then the next class I had a seizure, and they're like, okay, yeah, you gotta drop class. You had seizures times in a
That's
row.
it.
After that, I
Web
got
design.
diagnosed. They gave me pills, and
Honestly, I can
did
understand
not
the
say
reasoning.
anything
Web
about
I had
lifestyle
no
design,
fifth
changes.
period after that.
web
And
design
so
might
kept
have given me
going.
Figure
seizures.
out my
So
first
PowerPoint gives you seizures?
seizure
I
was
mean,
Right.
walking to school.
modern day
Right.
web design back in the day when he was 16 or whatever, it was definitely miserable.
Yeah.
Was
Where
I'm not saying
2002.
back in the day. I'm not saying I'm not dating you or anything like that. The web is not very old,
No.
but making websites prior to like 2015 was horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
It was a lot harder, yes.
I can understand.
I got a different one. It says ecstasy and epilepsy.
Oh no.
26-year-old female. I was diagnosed with epilepsy at 16. I have
never
done
even
and
tried
abused.
ecstasy.
I have done and abused a plethora of drugs, psychedelics, weed, pain, pills, meth. Throughout my life so far, antipsychotics and mood stabilizers since I was 8 years old. Now I've gotten
No.
myself clean. I rarely drink and I smoke weed, and these don't negatively affect my epilepsy. For some reason, though, I've always wondered how ecstasy might affect me as someone with epilepsy.
You don't.
Has anyone here
Don't do
tried?
it.
You
Don't do
said
it.
the one word right there.
No,
Antipsychotic.
Yeah, I'm like,
Don't.
that's the thing, right?
Finish,
We had
Pookie.
Jason on here last time, and he was on an antipsychotics and epilepsy medicine, and I cannot imagine adding something else onto that. That would just be terrible.
Yeah.
Especially something ecstasy is something that's like you don't really even know what the chemical makeup of whatever you get is because it's
Very
not
true.
coming
Right.
from a pharmacy. It's not coming from
Regulated at
somebody.
all.
It's
Yeah,
you have no
especially if
idea
they're
what it
putting
is. It
We
could
don't
be
even know
something
what our
entirely
seizure
different than
meds
what
are.
they're telling you it is.
Yeah.
We don't know what
you
our
have
seizure
no-
meds are, how they work,
Exactly.
how they work. It's
And
just
I
like,
would
well, that seems
definitely not.
good.
They
I
do
would
put
be
us on some
weird about
cocktails,
taking
like
ecstasy.
mystery cocktails too.
Yeah, even
Just
without
take more
epilepsy
of your
meds, just on the
epilepsy meds.
antipsychotics, I'd be like, don't take ecstasy. That's probably a
anything
terrible.
antipsychotic and epilepsy. Hell no.
No.
Yeah, if your question's how to have a seizure, then sure, yeah,
Yeah.
ecstasy is a
Yeah.
great way to induce
It's
And
like
how to
Get
not
there.
know exactly where that's going to
It's the
happen or what's going
seizures
to,
onward.
what kind of seizure, right?
what you're
and
gonna
I don't
do.
even mean to scare people because Kepra has its its
Horror
wins,
stories.
but
Yeah.
that's basically the story. Is like you want to go Kepra rage or you want to.
I mean, it doesn't work that way for everybody,
Not
though.
everybody, though. Yeah.
Especially this girl
Yeah.
who sounds like she's been on medications for a long time, but never considered like just getting clean of all the recreational stuff to
I
see
mean,
if that would help.
yeah,
Antipsychotics since
just
you're
to
8
go,
is very young. Very
but
young.
they said
It
Pookie,
is
finish it.
scary.
There was a little bit more. Finish.
Okay.
My daughter's more
Oh, he
important
was
to
looking for
me
something
than
else. Sorry.
any type of drug. Like I'll take my epilepsy drug.
I'm just saying, like, they said they're clean now. They rarely drink.
Oh,
Why the fuck are you even thinking about using ecstasy? Like,
yeah.
you should be so proud and so, like,
Sounds like a young person.
just keep with that. There's no
Yeah.
reason to take ecstasy now. Like,
I mean,
you're
I'm 42, but
like we're not going to tell you how to live your life, but it sounds like you wanted to better yourself. You bettered yourself, and that's amazing. And
Just
stick
ask
with
the
it.
question, what are they really looking for by posting it?
Yeah, because
And
there's
that's
never going to be any
true.
reassurance of that being
Right.
a positive solution.
So what do they
Yeah.
expect? You find out what is this person really feeling and why did they share this with everybody? Why do they want everybody to see this? Is it
Maybe
because they want somebody to say, "Yeah, you can do it," or because they want everybody to say, "No, don't do it. Keep going."
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
banned from that one, so I
Knows?
can't comment over there. I can just read them.
And that's fair. Maybe they're just looking for people to give
Remind
them remind them. Like,
Yeah.
but and I'll be that person. I don't mind falling for it. But yeah, don't to anyone out there who's doing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Really
so-
have to check what you mix with your epilepsy drug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mix nothing.
And
So, Keppra and oxycarbazine. I've been on Keppra ever since my first grand mal seizures back in 2022. It has not worked, and I have also been on Lamictal, Prozac, and Paxil. None calming anything down. My seizures resulted in high stress-related trauma, and I first developed petit mal seizures back in the summer of 2020. Thankfully, my last grand mal was in December 2023, but the petit mals are still pretty frequent. Fast forward, my doctors say that the next best option is to switch to oxycarbazine, as it can also serve as a mood stabilizer for my severe irritability, enhanced by Keppra. I'm so nervous for another trial and error in my life with all these new medications. Does anyone have any good ideas for pick-me-ups?
Vitamin B.
Pick me up.
And I think when I was on oxcarbazepine, one of my things that made it easier besides the calcium was the vitamin D, making sure I had B and D in the morning when I
and
first.
then
Yeah.
also I will say it again, ashwagandha. It's great. It's a stress reducer. It's a root. It's completely natural, and it doesn't do
What is
much,
that called?
but ashwagandha.
I'll have to look that up.
Never heard of that.
I talked to like a Revitalist nurse, and she recommended magnesium glycinate and ashwagandha. She noticed me picking my fingers, and she asked me like how my stress was, and and I told her I have epilepsy, but she said magnesium glycinate helps with nerve and brain function, and the ashwagandha is just a natural stress reducer, relaxer.
Magnesium glycinate, huh?
You know, there's magnesium
Yeah.
and all these like different minerals often has me wondering how many minerals and nutrients are we missing out on as humans now that we live in an extremely sterile, clean, dirt-free environment in safe little boxes instead of drinking water that has like sediment and
minerals and
metal
sediment.
rest.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
It's like people talk about the fluoride in the water. I'm like, yeah, put more shit in the water, please. Like,
Just go to the river and drink some water. Yeah.
like, yeah, just clean the
Yeah.
bacteria so I don't get dysentery. And I would drink river water all day.
I'd rather drink faucet water.
I do drink faucet water. That's what I have right next to me. I go to my
Me too.
sink or my bathroom and get faucet water.
We,
Maybe that's why I'm having
we are
seizures
lucky
now.
enough to get glacier water here, so we actually
Lucky.
I'm a big club
do
soda.
calcium and magnesium and zinc in the
Glacier
actual
water is
so
so amazing.
You need some germs to help your immune system, but
Yeah, I rarely get sick, and I think it's because I bite my fingers. Like it's kind of a gross habit, but at the same
that
time,
was me as a child.
I get sick maybe once a year, if that, and
that's good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like once or twice a year usually.
I
used
also
to
have
get
a
sick
pretty
a
good
lot for my
immune system.
sinuses. I don't anymore.
I haven't been
everyone
sick
thinks-
this year, luckily.
Maybe
And
everyone
when I
thinks
do
kids have
get
good
sick-
immune systems. Maybe.
I get the ER type of sick.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
I got
usually-
diagnosed with COVID, but I don't remember actually feeling sick.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was
I made it through.
asymptomatic to
I didn't get it.
COVID.
I
And I
got
didn't get
COVID
the
nice.
So
vaccine.
you probably did get it, but you're probably asymptomatic. You
I
probably just
did
didn't.
get diagnosed COVID.
No, I just stayed away from people. Stayed in the house.
Splendid. What were you saying?
Yep, me
I
too.
got COVID
Beauty of
and
quarantine.
the flu at the same
I
time.
bought it for like
boy.
12 or 13 days.
Bro,
I think the
sitting.
fever lasted 12 days.
Oh,
I had to
Wow.
12
request
days.
more pay time off.
How close did you get to death there? Splendid.
Me to death? No, I wasn't really close to death, but it was really, really miserable
Oh yeah.
for about a week because I had
Oh
both COVID and the flu, and it was just
yeah.
coughing and vomiting and just
Oh, and you must have been
shivering.
all achy and
It was
Mhm.
bad, but it still was not as bad as opioid withdrawals
Ooh.
of having
Oh,
experienced that. Still
were,
not as bad as that.
if you don't
I
mind me
remember
asking, were
telling
you
my
an
wife, I
addict
think I
or did
need.
you get
It was when I
prescribed and
broke
have
my
to
back originally,
had
when
to
I broke
get
my
off
sacrum, and
them?
they had me on opioids for a
Yep.
while at
that's
first for
how
the
it
pain.
happens.
Then they took me off of them when I was put into a nursing home, and that was right when COVID started. This was like the right at the end of 2020.
It's not the place you want to be
Wow.
with
And
COVID.
I was put in a nursing home because I was paralyzed and stuff, and I was on withdrawal from all these opioids, and that
Ugh.
was
I
that
told
was the
my
worst
wife,
misery
I
I've
think
ever
I
had in
need
my entire life because I was
My
a
paralyzed
breathing
and in withdrawal.
mechanism.
my
And she's like, all
grandma
right, we're going to call the ER. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Even though we should have gone in, but I was like, no, I can go to sleep. I can go to sleep.
my grandma was put on opiates after her hip replacement and she was on them for about 20 years and then one day they just said nope, sorry, we're not giving you any more, and she went through the worst withdrawal. She lost her teeth and stuff like that. It was terrible.
Oh my God.
Like she literally, I remember at the family gathering we were at, we got pizza. She bit into a slice of the pizza and her teeth just dissolved, like
Oh
Wow.
just
God.
turned to dust, and
Oh
she was
God.
just crying. Yeah,
Oh,
but
Wow.
yeah,
poor
it was.
baby.
I'm sorry I had to go through that. I know how terrible that can be,
I'm so sorry.
not
God.
personally, but
I always
Oh,
have
buddy.
dreams that my teeth are falling out.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
imagine real life. I can't.
I always have like bad dreams, and I'm like, why are my teeth falling out? Why is that the dream?
They say there's some psychological message there, but I
It's that
don't
you're
know.
talking too much. No, seriously, that's what they say it is. But honestly, I used to have nightmares about it all the time. And obviously, I have lost one, but this was something or someone hit me in the
Oh,
side of the face, and it killed the tooth, but I didn't know it. And then I was on the phone at work. I'm a manager at the Big Lots, and I'm on the phone at work talking to somebody corporate, whatever, and all of a sudden my backside of my tooth fell into my lap, and I was like, "What the?" That was,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So, and then
I
I got a bridge, and it broke out right after our wedding. So,
I might be dealing with like the same thing because one of
I
my
got a
teeth
bridge and mine
has
broke.
yeah, you
like
had a
a
bridge fall. You broke your teeth out, and then you got a bridge, and then you broke your bridge out when you fell on it. I know. I
Yep.
mean, but I have nightmares about more of my teeth falling out. I'm like,
And
no,
I'm
one of
not
my
even
teeth
conscious
just
about it right now. It's
chipped.
like, you know what? I'd rather use that money for my daughter or something, you know?
yeah, I understand.
Once again, something else that should not cost so much.
Oh my God. It was like $5,000 to get my tooth removed and put a bridge in.
And
I
they
One
think
never
the
do
tooth
first,
and
temporary.
one tooth bridge. Unbelievable.
One, two.
And
I think
then the
my
booger went, he declared bankruptcy right before it fell out.
Oh,
Sent me a letter
my
declaring
bridge and
bankruptcy.
wow.
Right.
my bridge in 2001 cost $7,701. Now it would cost like 10 times that.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
no!
yes. Oh yes. Yeah.
Didn't somebody post in one of those epilepsy chats a bill? It was an invoice for an ambulance ride back in I want to say like the early 1900s, probably when they first started, but the whole process, MRI, X-ray, like there was 5 different procedures on there, or you know, cost or whatever, but the whole thing was
Awesome.
like $200.
Wow.
Just
And then
just
they
Can
like
we
realized,
imagine
proving a
hey,
that?
point
this is
of
Anybody?
something
this,
that
this should
everyone
not
needs,
happen.
and
Have you guys heard of
insurance companies.
Wow.
hydroxyzine?
Yes, I take
No.
it
Heard of
fairly often.
hydroxyzine.
What is
Oh, okay.
hydroxyzine?
Someone says hydroxyzine and seizures. Does anyone know if it's too much hydroxyzine that can cause a seizure? I've been seizure free since October up until Friday. On Thursday night, I took 100 milligrams of hydroxyzine before bed and then
That's a
had
lot.
3 seizures in the morning. Has anyone else heard of this?
So I know some about it. I take hydroxyzine fairly often. It's another antihistamine, but it's
Okay.
specifically for anxiety. It's just a calming medication, and I take that at night sometimes because I also have PTSD, and that helps a lot with that. But I also know that antihistamines, if you take a lot
I
of
have
them,
PTSD
can counteract
too.
seizure medication. They
Mm-hmm.
stop the influence of blockers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take too much of that, and that's also double the amount that you're supposed to take at most of hydroxyzine. You're supposed to only take like 25 to 50, not 100. That's a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, good thing we have you here because I had no
beautiful
idea what that
answer.
was at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, no, I don't know about antihistamines.
Especially
I
Okay.
never
not
took
dosages.
I
hydroxyzine,
know
but
them
I do
well
have
because I'm a ginger with
PTSD.
all the allergies and weird mutations and weird genes
I
and
went
stuff like
through
that.
therapy for
My
2 years
husband's a
for it.
ginger and 2 of my kids are gingers.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
daughter's
Still
a ginger.
propagating.
I do have to
Oh,
head
yes,
Couldn't
we're
out.
take
still
care of it.
propagating, most definitely. We have 5 kids, so the chances of us having ginger grandchildren is very high.
Excellent.
I put a picture up of my daughter.
Did you know that
Oh, I
being
saw
a
that.
ginger is enough to qualify for a medical card in my state?
Wow,
What?
that's
Wow.
incredible.
Because
Why?
apparently gingers have been found to have weird abnormal response to pain compared to other people
They
who have much
do.
higher pain.
This
And they
is
have
so
weird responses
true.
to medications. They have the
Yup.
opposite effect than a lot of people with medications. So
Wow.
with that recognition, they say, well, if like cannabis seems to work for most of them, so just let them use it.
Yep.
So when I went to get my medical card, he was just like, oh, you're a redhead. We're off to a great start. And I'm like,
Bye,
huh?
Canton.
Wow, I didn't think anybody get fast
Bye,
tracked in that line.
Cantuna.
Bye, Cantuna. Please come back.
So I'm like a redhead with epilepsy and PTSD and a broken spine with chronic pain.
Right.
So if anybody qualifies for a medical card, it's me.
Right.
You'd
All right,
think.
do you get Social Security?
It's weird
I
because
do not.
I
I tried to
have
get disability and Social Security, and I was denied. And then I did a whole appeal process for a year, and then was denied. They
it's
told
like the
me,
people who need it
"We-
get denied, and the ones who really don't get on it fast.
Sorry, guys. I did need it though, I swear.
No. I'm not talking about you, but I
No, I
know
know,
people.
but my mother was like, even like, they approved you? And I was like, well, yeah, why not? Like, I mean,
You
I'm
saying
pretty
your
sure none
mother
of
or
us
your
are mad you got
mother-in-law?
approved. We're just happy that you got
no,
approved."
I know.
It's
But I
like
feel
they
so
see
bad for the
epilepsy
people
and
who
they
get
say,
denied
"All
or who
right,
go
it's
through the
approved."
process. And I just feel terrible that it's so hard for some
Yeah, they
people.
told me, while you do have certain limitations which prevent you from engaging in work-related activities, this does not mean you're disabled.
What?
And isn't that the
You
some?
can't engage
That's
in
the
work-related
definition.
activities, but you're
You
not
have certain
disabled.
limitations that stop you from engaging in work-related activities.
Right.
That's not disability.
No.
When I was in
Like,
front
what
of the
is?
God.
judge, the guy couldn't even think of jobs I could do.
How do
I
they
teach
expect you
guitar.
to do it then? I mean, honestly. See, that's just it. I'm not.
And I still got denied.
That's wrong. I hate that.
I just teach private guitar lessons. That's all I can do.
Oh, well,
Have
that's
to give me a little
good.
bit of money.
Yeah.
Right
Guitar
now, I'm just
lessons. Awesome.
doing a shared caregiver taking job with my sister for my mom. And that's, you know, for the child support thingy. But
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You're surviving. You're here and you're surviving.
Exactly.
and she's not even
As
happy
as a
about
guitar
that.
teacher, I just gotta ask, have you ever had any students with polydactyl? You know, those double thumbs?
No.
No, I do have a
Okay,
student though that
okay.
has like he's got a double jointed on all of these fingers,
I
and so
got
he
it.
can
Okay.
do really cool stuff that I can't do, even
You
though
know
he's
what?
barely played at all.
One of my redheaded
That's
children is
cool.
also double jointed like that.
That's cool.
Very much so. She's got
It's
a
Hey,
useful for
maybe that's a
guitar.
ginger thing too.
oh, but let's see. My husband's a ginger, so I bet that's probably why he can play guitar. But
We're
I
just
have to
weird
go,
mutants.
guys, and it has been amazing. And
One last thing.
okay,
I heard you say clobazam, right?
Yeah,
I
clobazepam, I think it's called, or clobazam. Clobazam, maybe.
No,
some
that's a
people
Pam.
do.
Yeah, clobazam. It says if anybody took it, how would you feel after? I was prescribed a 5-day course. After that, I had 2 seizures in a day. Completed the course on Tuesday. I don't know how. I don't know how to balance problems. Absolutely exhausted. Can't sleep for 24 hours straight without problems, and still need more sleep after. I'm not really functioning. Just curious about your experiences, because I find this being the most sedative medicine I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Uh,
some of the side
any
effects
epilepsy
manifest more
medicine,
extreme
you're
with some
gonna have to
patients. I mean,
adjust
clobazam, I
to
think, was
it.
the one that stopped me from having seizures for the longest time, but I got that tolerance and it was extended release, so they couldn't really play with the dose much.
right. Yeah.
I never took it, luckily.
Yeah. The closest thing, I've taken Clonopin, which is clonazepam, which is different.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And
yeah. On Clonopin.
yeah.
How's that going?
Uh, how
That's a
about
whole different thing.
you?
I was on Klonopin for a while. I think I said earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't give you that until they need to rescue you.
Yeah. I know my medications are pretty off the charts considering like my body weight and stuff. It's
I could
pretty out
never
there.
imagine. I mean, you talk about blowing away in the wind, but you're taking so much,
I know,
and
right?
all
And
those
I'm
milligrams
uncontrolled
add
still,
up.
right? It's nuts. It's not, and every other medication that I've been on, all the ones that I've gotten medication resistant to, I've gotten all the way up to the top levels before they've been like, okay, that's not working anymore. Let's do this. Or I've been like, I can't deal with it. Like the one that made me
Yeah.
kind of crazy and in bad dreams. I don't remember exactly which one we said that was, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like the
Pepper made me crazy.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
I have to go eat
lamotrigine that
dinner.
they said gives you bad dreams.
yes,
I don't
please,
get bad
please.
dreams.
Okay. Bye, everybody. I
Yes,
will
you and
see you on
Pookie both
Friday, I
gotta make
promise.
some sandwiches
All
tonight or have
right.
some
See you
dinner.
Friday.
You guys have a good day. And good
Yes,
night.
All
you too. Eat
right.
your
Thanks,
veggies.
Vicky. Bye, everybody. It's great to meet you, splendid fellow. I hope you come
Bye.
again.
Thank you.
See ya.
I will, and
See
I
you
also have to leave
Friday.
right now. So
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
and
All right,
but
so what's
this has
up,
been great,
Pookie?
and I
Did you
will be
bring
back.
the